Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and I talk about how to engage with fashion in more conscious and sustainable ways. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I hold very close to my heart. The topic is shopping and shopping habits. So in case you didn't know, I would say that I'm still very much in a journey to overcome a shopping addiction or a shopping problem. So Louise Wears is a part of my journey to sort of overcome my past shopping habit. It forces me to make myself accountable for my action, and it's also a great way for me to learn more about the fashion industry as well as share my experiences with other people and learn from other people. So my hope for myself is that one day I will be entirely free from these feelings of wanting to shop, as well as on my way there I would love to be part of a community where we value conscious consumption and personal style over fast fashion. So I know that shopping addiction or addiction in itself can be quite a sensitive term to use, and whilst I haven't been officially diagnosed or needed any professional help with my struggles, I can certainly relate to a lot of the symptoms. So let's look at some of the most common signs that you may be struggling with shopping. So the first sign that you may be struggling with shopping is emotional spending. And what this means is that you shop as a way to cope with emotions that you may be going through, whether that be stress or anxiety or sadness. Another one is hiding purchases. You hide shopping bags when you come back from the store. You hide it from your family and friends. You may even hide receipts, that type of thing. Another one is guilt and regret. So you feel ashamed, regretful, or guilty after shopping, but this doesn't stop you from continuing to shop. Another one is neglecting responsibilities. So you favor shopping over other responsibilities in your life, whether that be work, school, or any home responsibilities that you may have. Another one is cluttering or unworn items. So you shop so much that you have items with their tags still attached, which are just hanging in your closet. And you may also have a problem running out of space to store the items that you buy. Then there is, of course, financial problems. So the fact that you are shopping so much that you are in debt, or that you are experiencing financial difficulties due to your excessive spending on clothes. Another one is preoccupation with shopping, and this means that you are constantly thinking about buying clothes, you are planning your next purchase, or you just scroll through online stores without any end. So for me, shopping has never resulted me breaking my budget to a point where I cause myself debt. Neither do I have any issues with storing or wearing the stuff that I buy. My problems are more associated with the shopping emotionally aspect, whether that be comforting myself when I feel sad, if it's shopping as a sort of pick-me-up, it may be even as a reward to treat myself when I've done something great at work. So yeah, I'm definitely an emotional shopper, and I can go to great lengths to justify the purchases that I know deep down I don't really need. I will say I have taken a lot of steps to minimize my emotional spending, and I break some of it down into videos that I've made before. I will link to them so that you can watch them in the description box below. It does take a lot of work. It's a constant effort on my end, but I will also emphasize that making these changes is not all in credit of myself. If it wouldn't have been for my boyfriend, he has certainly been a huge factor in me realizing my shopping habits and actually encouraged me to change. So before I buy anything now, I will ask my boyfriend what he thinks of it. And one thing that I used to do when I shopped a lot was that I would hide my shopping from him. So again, sort of what I talked about before, that you feel a little bit ashamed or guilty of your shopping. So today, I already usually know what my boyfriend will say about the items that I show him, but I will show him regardless. So I know that this topic can be tricky, and one natural reaction will be to defend yourself. I know that I still do from time to time. But if you are watching this video and you are a little bit unsure of your shopping pattern, then here are a few questions that you can ask yourself. So one is, how many clothes do you own, and how many of those clothes do you actually use? How many items of clothing that you bought last year do you still use this year? How much do you spend on clothes each year or even a month? How much of your income is that? And do you shop for necessity or entertainment? But enough about me and you. Let's look at some global statistics and dive into this topic just a little bit deeper. So according to a study from YouBuy, Denmark and the United States and South Korea are top spenders when it comes to online shopping. Almost 90% of people aged between 20 and 39 in Denmark shop online. Top categories for shopping online include clothes and shoes. Here are some statistics about consumption in the United States. The average American buys 68 new items of clothing each year. In 1980, the average American bought 12 new items of clothing each year. And in 1980, Americans spent 7% of their annual income on clothes. Today, it's actually less. It's only 3% of their annual income. But what this means is that the average American may spend half as much on clothes, but they buy 5 times more. A quick Google tells me that the average person does spend around $100 to $200 on clothes each month, and that is quite a lot. I also looked on Reddit and Quora, and I read some threads about what other people are sort of saying about this topic, and it's hard to do some sort of average, because obviously it varies so much from country to country and person to person. But here are just a few examples that I found of what people are buying and how they are sort of tackling their shopping problems, or what experiences they've had and what made them realize that maybe they have a bit of an issue with shopping. So it seems that I am not alone in shopping quite a lot. There are, of course, many reasons for this problem. And one aspect of why we buy more clothes is that the quality of the clothes that we buy has gotten a lot worse. And even brands that we consider to be fast fashion today have historically been better in quality. And one example is Abercrombie, and this video by More Perfect Union, they talk about some of these differences in the clothing industry from just 20 years ago. I will link it down below. It's such a good video and you should definitely watch it. And obviously the rise of fast fashion alongside social media has just made our consumption skyrocket, and it does have a very negative impact on the quality of the clothes that we buy. And today it is the trends that sell rather than the quality, so we value volume over real quality, which is quite sad. But let's talk a little bit of some positive aspects as well. One thing that you may have seen recently is the underconsumption trend on TikTok, and I think it's crazy that we even call it a trend, but let's not get into that. particularly when it comes to like beauty, you can see a bunch of people showing off their very like normal makeup bags. Also, like just having one palette or one or two shades of lipstick is fine. As long as you love it and you wear it, why do you need to replace it all of the time? Like for example, me personally, I just have one foundation, one concealer, one mascara, one eyebrow pencil, and one eyeshadow palette. And this palette I've had probably a little bit longer than I'm proud to say here, because I'm not sure it's very hygienic to keep it for that long. It's quite refreshing to see all of these videos and clips on TikTok. And it also like goes further than just beauty and fashion, I think. So at the beginning of this year, me and my boyfriend moved into a new apartment, and it's a larger apartment than our previous one, and we found ourselves without a lot of furniture. We now need to buy new furniture. But furniture can be quite expensive, and we have been looking around for items, but we've also come to the conclusion that we have to allow it to take some time. So we want our home to be filled with pieces that we love and that we have really chosen for this space, rather than items that we can afford right now, or items that we can find right at this very second. So some rooms in our new apartment are a little bit empty. We've also like borrowed some pieces from family members and friends just until we can find the right piece for that space. And I think that it should be the same with the clothes that we wear, because if you're missing something in your closet, or you feel uncertain about a specific style that you want to try, then maybe it's better that you borrow it instead of spending all of your money on something that you might not love a few months from now. The life cycle of clothes may be shorter than that of furniture, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be considered as carefully, because I think that, I don't want to get like too deep here, but the clothes that you wear is also your home in a sense. It represents who you are and your personality. So of course you should love what you wear. You shouldn't just like think that it's good enough or it'll do for now. Like every single piece in your closet should represent who you are, and it should suit you and your lifestyle. So circling back to my clothes shopping habits, this year I am going to try a little bit of a new technique. I am going to try and shift what I used to have as a monthly sort of like shopping allowance to a quarterly allowance. This is partly because like I know I don't need new clothes every single month. Like that just makes no sense. I have clothes. I don't need new clothes every month. So why do I need a budget for that, right? Instead, when I do need new clothes, it's more so like for a specific season. So for example, at the moment, I don't have a raincoat, but with the autumn approaching, I know that I will probably need one because autumn in Sweden can be quite rainy. So this gives me some time now, because I still have a few months, hopefully, until it gets colder, and it also allows me to save up my money and do a little bit of research and find just the right raincoat for me, instead of just going out to buy it instantly. If I shop quarterly, it will not only allow myself to have a bigger budget each time I shop, because I have more time to save, but I will also be able to buy items of a certain quality, and it would also give me more time to reflect on my purchases and act more responsibly, I would say, rather than shopping spontaneously. And I know that my dad only buys new clothes once a year, at least that's what he used to do, and I remember like I would actually get a little bit jealous of him because he would have this one day to look forward to, and he would also like be able to get some really nice pieces. Let me know if you do this or sort of what your like cycle of shopping looks like. That would be really interesting to know more about. So when I post this video, it's July 2024, and today it sadly seems that no matter the quality of the clothes you buy, they are more expensive, and at the same time you are encouraged to buy more and more. And this really does come down to the never-ending cycle of fast fashion and social media. But I will say that it's encouraging to see a larger portion of people trying to consume more responsibly. Even people who are like quitting fast fashion altogether. I've seen many people do challenges where they do like no buy for an entire year and such. Just a quick disclaimer, I know that not everyone is in a position to never buy from fast fashion again. I believe that the responsibility is not just on us as consumers, but also the big corporations to make a change. I also want to end this video by saying that just being thankful for the items that you do have and wearing the clothes in your closet plays a huge part in engaging with fashion more consciously. Let me know what you think about this topic. Are you sort of noticing or can relate to some changes in your shopping patterns? Maybe you have some experiences with a shopping problem that you've overcome. If you do, let me know in the comments. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and maybe share this video with a friend. That would make me really happy. I wish you the best week ahead, and I will see you again next Sunday. Bye!